Kuri's secret weapon, the Ice Golem. An undying construct that is fed magical power from a research facility. However, Engelbert rampages under the spell of the magic armor, and the Ice Golem is destroyed with the help of an unlikely alliance. Ramada appears alongside Jaden, whose forces keep Melnia and Renel at bay. Seizing their chance, Mont and the others make for Wizette's throne room. There they defeat Kuri. Peace is brought to Wizette, and yet...
Ketone.
I have returned from Wizette.
And Glaciella?
She and her people work hard in the name of restoring Wizette.
I see. As long as she fares well.
Mont, I think I should accompany you.
No, you are needed here. Surely you have heard the reports of the Sanctum advancing their war preparations. We do not know whether Sottely's gaze rests on Rundal or on Horn. Even with Shitzel as acting commander of Solidus, it cannot be said the defenses here are perfect.
I am well aware of this. But have you forgotten that it is the allied army of Rundal and Heindler you face?
As formidable as the entire combined might of Horn and Leonis may be, there is no guarantee we stand a chance.
Adelard, even you would take such a stance?
My apologies, Your Highness, but as it stands,
Fighting alongside Rundal in our war against Wizette showed us a degree of what they are capable of. I will be vigilant, but I shall not be so cautious that I cannot take action when it is called for.
Mont.
I need you to understand, ma chérie. Rundal's invasion of Ovis will give them a foothold to push here, into eastern Ardra. Should Ovis be overtaken, they may well strike at Horn next. They must be stopped before that happens, no matter what.
You speak true. My father was keenly aware of the threat Rundal poses. It was for that very reason he agreed to the insult that was our alliance with Fennis.
I shall remain in the castle, but feel free to have Salir, Grawl, and Rachis accompany you in my stead. Their skills are sound, though I would not say the same for their personalities.
Are you certain? She is your sister.
But of course. However, there is one thing. It concerns Rachis.
And here I was looking forward to the idea of being able to go on a journey with Brother.
I really must apologize.
None of this is your fault.
I did not mean in regard to your spoiled plans.
Okay, then what did you mean?
It has been decided that Rachis will be joining us.
I heard. But this might just be a good thing, you know? I'd have to burn the castle down if I thought she'd have a chance of getting cozy with Brother while I was away.
Well, the truth of the matter is, this expedition is also an opportunity for us to ascertain Rachis's true motives.
Right. Brother told me all about it.
Huh. Is that so?
She was actually planning to serve Rundal, wasn't she? But then she fell in love with Brother and made her way here to Horn. It's so pathetic. I completely get it, though.
If Rachis acts suspiciously,
Oh, don't worry. You can leave that to me. I'll blow her to bits with the most merciless, full-powered blast of flare I can cast.
Oh, fancy seeing the two of you like this. I hope I'm not interrupting.
Interrupting what?
You two make a nice couple, just like Lord Adelard and myself. What's going on here? He does not like you to quietly stand there and hold your tongue.
Ovis Expedition Force, assemble!
Our allied army hereby marches for Ovis. We have but one objective: the liberation of Ovis. Their oppression under Rundal and Hindler can go unchecked no longer. Let us march forth! The people of Ovis await us! Ramada, what kind of place was Ovis in your eyes?
I suppose you could say it was idyllic. It almost felt as if the passage of time was slower there than in other places.
Is the royal family just as peaceful as their lands?
King Rogza is a quiet man, yet in his eyes dwells a glint most sharp.
I believe the eldest of the three sisters is Princess Lucielle.
That is correct. She was most lovely, never without a smile on her face. However,
There's more to her.
she is a woman whose motives are nigh impossible to read.
Wow, and that's coming from you.
Lilith.
Sorry, Your Highness.
I wonder what she feels toward King Oberon of Hindler. Deep in her heart, does part of her still have faith in him, despite his assault on her castle?
Who is to say? In the very least, she did not betray any signs of sadness while I was in her presence.
Is this really a battle we can win?
Should Ovis fall, the next nation to suffer the same fate will be.
I'm aware of what will happen. Painfully so, in fact. It's just, if Ovis does fall, we won't be returning from this one unscathed. This place might even end up being our grave, you know? If that's going to be our fate, then perhaps we should just walk away.
Lilith, I cannot believe even you would utter such words.
I'm sorry. I know it's not something that should be said. But after seeing Rundal's power when we were in Wazette, it makes me think about who'll protect you if Ramada or I were to fall. And when I do, my heart feels as if it will be torn apart.
Lilith.
I'm sorry. I will not speak like this again.
All that can be seen in the stars is a shroud of darkness.
Is this an omen that we will be consumed by Rundal?
That may be the case, but it also may not.
Is there another threat to Ovis beyond that of Rundal and Hindler?
The fates are ever shifting. I speak only of possibilities.
Those were troops from Horn and Leonis. Grawl and Rayches were among them too. I'm glad they're both okay. They're headed in the direction of Ovis. Wait, does that mean they're going to take on Rundal and Hindler? If that happens, there's no way the destruction won't reach this forest. I'd better head on back.
What's the matter, Tyrell? You're in quite the rush.
Troops from Horn and Leonis just passed through the forest.
What?
Ovis is being invaded by Rundal and Hindler at this very moment.
Could the forces you saw be on their way to aid Ovis?
Yes, I think that could be the case.
Do they truly stand a chance?
Well, I don't know. It might be a good idea to leave the forest.
You think the flames of war will spread here, don't you?
I do, yes. Hey, Venera. I was thinking. Maybe we should stop living in a place like this and ask Horn to take us in.
No. We can't do that.
Why not? That child bears the blood of Lord Dario, a true member of Horn's royal family.
It is my fault that Dario is no longer of this world. Had I not been married off to Horn under the guise of Maraga's daughter, he would still be with us.
But you were just doing as you were ordered.
The people of Izog and our cursed blood have no place in royal families. And that is where half of this child's blood comes from.
Venera.
I am sure Lord Dario would want a happier life for his sweet, beautiful child.
Why must it rain so heavily? Does this happen every time you leave the castle?
You moan about the rain, but really, you're just scared of going to Ovis, aren't you?
Me? Scared?
And now, you're just trying to come up with whatever excuse you can find to head back to the castle. Am I wrong? What are you looking at?
I was merely thinking about how strange you were acting. So, what would you do if I decided to return to the castle?
Well,
You needn't worry yourself. I'll be here, and I shall protect you.
what?
You will be my little sister once this war is behind us, after all.
Who does she think she is?
That was rather unlike her, to say the least. Perhaps her nerves have gotten the better of her, what with the battle that is ahead of us. What could it be?
That's the last thing it could possibly be! She's going to betray us! She's just waiting for the perfect chance to do it!
I wonder...
Come on! We should get moving.
You're right. Let us make haste. We will soon enter the lands of Ovis. We cannot afford to fall any further behind the main force.
Livial! Olim!
Where were you two? You disappeared into thin air!
We were worried, you know.
My apologies. We went out on reconnaissance.
Were you checking on the Rundal army?
Goga, actually. Goga? As in the same Goga that all but destroyed Saiga? That's the one.
So, did you find anything out?
We learned that they're preparing for war.
Which means we shall be seeing them on the battlefield soon.
That can't be good.
Which side will they take?
Rundal's most likely.
But we're already totally outmatched as it is. Why do they have to come and make things worse? Ugh!
There's no way we're gonna win this now.
Miss Ramada is still nowhere to be found as well. She hasn't returned yet? I'm afraid not.
I'm starting to think we're really on our own now.
Maybe we should just run away too, then.
Have you forgotten the lake which surrounds us? It was hard even for us shinobi to make it to land.
Oh no! What are we gonna do now?
We don't exactly have many options, huh?
I cannot apologize enough. Had I not involved you in our war...
You're not to blame for this.
That's right! It's all Rundal's fault this is happening!
Listen, Dia. We found out that Goga is preparing for war.
Has King Rogza been in contact with them by any chance?
Not that I'm aware of, no. I can only assume they will take the side of Rundal and Hindler.
It figures.
We'll have to withdraw if Goga happens to side with Ovis, though.
I really hope King Mont and the others get here before it's too late. King Rogza!
Is something the matter?
The water level, it's...
The water surrounding the castle drops lower by the minute.
At this rate, there'll be nothing left to stop the enemy from attacking!
Is that what has the three of you so excited?
Huh? What do you mean?
It is by my decision that the water level falls.
But why would you allow such a thing?
I have been informed that Rundal has a siege cannon capable of laying waste to our castle.
You've got a cannon that powerful?
It would appear they mean to mount it upon their ship.
Which means...
This castle will be reduced to rubble should that ship be allowed to move freely.
But we'll be overrun by their troops without the water to protect us.
You think I have not considered this?
Oh, I didn't mean it like that, Your Highness.
The water has kept our enemies at bay for long enough.
Do you mean for reinforcements to come?
Indeed. Naturally, our stratagem does not end with this. What is it? Speak up.
I heard that King Oberon is Lady Luciel's betrothed. But Hindler still tries to bring down Ovis Castle despite this.
That man is not capable of truly seeing such a deed done.
Why would she refer to him like that?
But Hindler and Rundal have formed an alliance, haven't they?
Yes, that fact does not escape me. But of what consequence do you believe it to be? The love that man bears for me is more substantial than any alliance.
What is the matter?
Do you not feel it? There is something peculiar about Lady Lucielle.
You mean the way she speaks of King Oberon?
That's right.
She referred to him as that man.
And not once, but twice for that matter.
Lady Lucielle and King Oberon. They share a love fostered over the period of many moons. A love that even I have been witness to. Yet now, I find it questionable.
It is possible that Lady Lucielle intends to exploit King Oberon in order to preserve Ovis.
True. But that may be merely a necessity born from our dire circumstances. What I cannot shake from my mind is the look in her eyes.
I too was bothered by that. The chilling glint in her gaze. She sacrificed so much to help Lady Shalza and Lady Rashina escape. Having done so, I thought she had resolved herself to share in the fate of Ovis Castle.
Then it is likely prudent for us to assume that something has happened.
We could investigate.
But we must be sure not to rouse suspicion.
I would not dream of it.
Ovis lies directly ahead of us.
So, that lake far off in the distance is what protects the castle.
That is correct. However, I cannot imagine that will remain the case for long.
Then let us make haste.
I take it that is the magic you siphoned from the crystal.
That is none of your concern.
None of my concern. Indeed, that is true.
What do you think you're doing?
It occurs to me that your lives are none of my concern either. Which means I could easily take them from you here and now.
Have you lost your mind?
Enough of this. There is no reason for such anger. What happened to you in the castle?
What do you intend to do with this magic you have siphoned?
The magic that dwells within the crystals is a source from which miracles are produced.
I see now. You illegally mine the crystals for their magic and use it to seduce the people into believing in your faith.
We do no such thing. Lord Sottily guides the people along the path of righteousness.
Righteousness? And just where does Sottily intend to lead these people?
To a release from the fear of death's embrace.
Is that supposed to mean immortality?
We return to the sanctum.
As you command.
Did you find the ancient tome?
No, but it is merely a matter of time before it is ours. The miasma from the crystal does not pervade this far. You may remove your protective gear. Now let us return to the sanctum. You do not wish to part with your homeland?
Did you not hear Lady whisper? It is time to move. Oh! Who goes there?
Who would you be?
Rafal. And this is Eliza.
Otherwise known as the Royal Thorns.
The Royal Thorns.
You waylaid us knowing that this is Lady Whisper?
Oh, but of course.
We knew you would show up sooner or later. All we had to do is wait.
The two of you will achieve nothing against us.
That kind of thinking is what gets grunts like you cut down first.
What?
We have our own fair share of dependable friends, you see. Stern, to whom will you side?
I will take no sides in this. I owe Sottily nothing. Not any debts, nor my allegiance.
Traitor!
Are you sure you want to do that? Rarely do I allow fools to get away with pointing their blades at me.
Those people, do they not hail from Leonis?
That is a place I have long abandoned. Its people are no longer my concern. And besides, I doubt they would even need my help.
I think we might have something to say about that.
Little Leela.
No!
They look surprised.
I can see it on their miserable faces, huh?
We kept a nice close eye on that hideout of yours.
Turns out the runt was left to hold the fort all on her own, huh?
Those painful memories of her friends getting slaughtered in front of her eyes must have all come flooding back when she saw us. She just sat there trembling, didn't even get a single scream out of her.
Ah, easy now. You know what happens to the runt if you don't play along, huh?
This isn't good.
What do we do? Stop calling me Runt.
Huh?
I have an amazing and extremely lovely name. It's Little Leela.
Huh? You what now?
I was all but broken inside. I didn't want to die. I was ready to do whatever it took to survive. But after Eliza and the others helped me, death was the thing I started to want. I couldn't stop asking myself why I was the only one to survive.
Stop! You mustn't blame yourself.
I even started to think I was the one who was supposed to die back there. Every day I cried my eyes out. No matter how much I wailed and wept, my tears never ran dry. But eventually, I realized there was something I had to do. I survived all of this to make sure that Valide and Sosha were avenged. Little Leela.
You're gonna be the one doing the avenging?
That's a good one, huh?
You want vengeance?
Come and get it. Kill us if you can. Come on, Runt. Come on!
It really doesn't have to be me who kills you.
What are you getting at?
You two thought I'd passed out, so you blabbed on about a whole lot of things on the way here, didn't you?
A whole lot of what things?
She was just pretending, huh?
I did what I had to do, thank you very much.
Shut your face! If you don't, we'll do it for you.
Just do it! We don't need her spilling nothing.
Enough.
Huh?
Why are you stopping us, huh?
Because I find this fascinating. Speak, child.
They were talking about what happened at Anvil Castle. Those ancient relics you took from us. You kept one hidden for yourselves, didn't you?
We don't know what you're talking about, huh?
Huh. How very interesting. Explain yourselves.
It's, quite the story.
They're planning to turn on Sodali.
We didn't say anything of the sort, did we, brother?
We only talk about that kind of thing when there's no one else around, huh?
Brother.
Oh, hell.
Durando, Gargus. I shall decide on how to deal with you upon our return to the Sanctum. The crime of conspiracy against Lord Sodali is one most intolerable.
What do we do, brother?
You need to ask. We're headed straight for the chopping block at this rate, huh?
They're gonna have our heads?
I guess we'll just have to make sure no one finds out.
What are you thinking?
Whisper won't stand a chance if we don't get in there, huh?
You know what? I think you're right. All I see is Whisper and a whole lot of grunts.
Well then, there's just one thing left for us to do.
Little Leela! It's a relief to see you're all right.
I thought it was over when I saw they had you. I'm sorry I made you worry. Well, we just turned a precarious situation into a perfect opportunity.
That's right. If anything, we owe you one. Now then.
We deal with Whisper here, and the Sanctum will surely be weakened.
You think yourselves capable?
You're about to find out that we are.
It is over. Continue this battle, and you shall lose that precious containment vessel of yours as well.
Where will you go now?
Who knows?
Do not play the fool.
I am not. I truly have no destination.
You are incomprehensible. Though I suppose the mind of one who slays their own father out of hatred is already beyond the realm of understanding.
Is that so?
However, free of your bonds, there are times you almost seem to embody hope. Where you are to go and what is to become of you, these things fascinate me. We return to the sanctum.
Are you sure it's in your best interests to leave me here?
Should you ever turn your blade at Lord Sottile, I shall show you no mercy.
Hold it right there!
You do not think we'd simply stand here and let you flee, do you?
The miasma!
She does not deserve that kind of luck.
Mother, I know you are there.
Stern. Oh, how it relieves my heart to see you safe.
I read the diary in Elda's study. What I read, is all of that true?
Yes, every word of it.
Why? Why was everything kept from me?
We knew that you would have pursued Gilgamesh if we had told you. And that was what your father feared most.
Of course I would have. That is what family does.
Your father would rather bear the weight of all sins than lose you. That was his way. Unconventional and understood by none. But it was the only way he knew. Mont has marched to Ovis with Horn by his side.
To what end?
He intends to face Rundal and Hindler in battle.
What recklessness.
What will you do, my son?
I shall walk a different path to that of my brother.
Do you bear resentment for your father? Even now?
There were things I had indeed misunderstood about him. Yet even so, I cannot simply accept all of this for what it is. Perhaps this too is what it means to be of the Leonis bloodline. I shall set out to learn the truth, and the true nature of that crystal above Leonis.
No, you must not, Stern. You mean to confront Gilgamesh, do you not?
I do. And should it be he who is responsible for the destruction of Leonis, there will be a reckoning.
Now you have seen the entire castle. Well, are there any gaps in its defenses?
Nope, it's just as fortified as we'd heard. Not to mention there are more than enough cannons to keep any enemies at bay.
Providing they are stupid enough to attack from the front, that is.
That means there are other ways?
Is that not the very reason you keep us around?
True, but still.
What? Scared, are you?
Merely conquering Rundal Castle will achieve nothing. We cannot take action unless we can be assured that Jaden's head will be ours.
Does that mean we're stuck here until that day comes?
There are others in the castle who bear a loathing for Jaden.
Interesting. Can they be trusted?
These women all had their homelands taken from them, crushed and trampled under Rundal. Their hatred will never fade.
They're just like me, then.
You suffered in the same way.
Jaden wiped out my tribe and took our nation from us.
And that is how you ended up with Goga.
That's right. And I will break his precious Rundal for it. There is nothing I will not do to see it done.